going on? What's going on? I got another one. I told you I'll be right back. I got one from Cosmic Verse here. You guys, let me finish up and get this short stream started up. There we go. Trying to go Instagram. There we go. All right. Look, you guys, with no further ado, I'm going to get right into this one. I did plenty of talking on the last one. Let's go. Smash that like button.
Choose me. Love me.
Straight women cannot find love in this modern society, and here's why. As long as patriarchy is the pervasive standard, women will be considered less than.
I made a video last night about going out in public to try to find my future husband in the wild.
Now modern women are seeking men everywhere. Are they looking for love or looking for help?
It's not about being lonely, so I just want somebody. No, I want to be in love.
Raise your hand if you've deleted the dating apps. I reached a point today where I'm done. I'm just officially done.
Dating as a pretty girl has to be one of the hardest things.
What's keeping most women single today is their unrealistic standards. That's it. Kindly subscribe to the channel, as it is our sole form of support. Thank you.
I'm so done with dating apps. I'm currently right outside of a bar. I'm about to go into alone. You can definitely go out alone. I brought my Kindle. I'm about to go inside, look approachable, order a glass of wine, sit and see who shows up, because you never know. You never know. My future husband could be right inside.
Is anyone else just like crazy scared of dating? Like, I want a relationship. I want to date someone in theory. But then when I think of like trusting a human or like showing emotions, I want to vomit violently.
Worst part about dating in 2024 is the toxicity that there is a next best thing. 2 years ago, you just married who you were geographically around. But now in 2024, we have so many options. And because of social media, it feels like there's always going to be that next person somewhere online, on the dating app, wherever. We are connected to so many people that our brain knows there's always more. There's always one more. I hate it so much, but that's why it feels so difficult to get focused on someone sometimes, because you can have a crush on someone, and then if you keep swiping, then you need more people, or if you go on social media, then you see these other guys. It's just a toxic cycle. Like, sometimes I just want to be able to take all the dating apps and social media away while I'm talking to someone and just see it through. Not because anyone's doing anything wrong per se, or on purpose, intentionally wrong, but because that's just the nature of the world we live in now, which makes me so sad.
Dating wouldn't be so hard if people got off dating apps and started meeting in real life. Face-to-face interactions allow for real connections that apps can't replicate. I agree that social media is a problem because it gives people the illusion of endless options, making them less likely to commit. When people believe there's always someone better out there, they become less willing to work on building meaningful relationships. Meeting in person makes it easier to focus on what's real, instead of getting distracted by superficial choices online.
Hi everyone, this is Yana. She's American and Ukrainian. That's her puppy, Teddy. And what are you looking for? A husband on my level. She's looking for a husband on her level. So that's like 5'7"? What? What is it? 6'2". 6'2". Get him to her DMs.
It's not about being lonely, so I just want somebody. No, I want to be in love. I want to share my life with someone. I want to feel the joys. I want to have my hands held. I want to be held. I want to kiss. I want to support. I want to make coffee with that person. I want my person. I want my person. Why is it so hard to find your person? I'm tired. You know, it's really hard when love is the one thing you can't force. You can't make it happen. It has to just show up. But
where is it?
I honestly feel for this woman because I've been hearing a lot of different opinions about her situation, but wanting it and doing the work for it are two different things. And I truly believe that it gets harder to want to do the work as you get older. And then mix that with the fact that men are expected to put in most of the effort, at least early on in dating. Well, a lot of single men that would be in her age bracket that are happy, established, and mentally and physically healthy, they are hard to find because they're kind of just chilling at home or at work.
Yeah.
So if you're a woman in your 20s or 30s, let this be a lesson that you need to lock in that good man and treat him right.
She probably left them in the friend zone. Then he moved on to someone else. Once a man is happy alone, it takes the most amazing real woman to make him want to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
How come in these videos it's always all about them and not the great things they want to bring to other person's life? Her view on love is something men tried when they were young, keep getting pushed away. Now, when they are old, it just expires. All I hear is me, me, and me. I think it's about time modern women reevaluate themselves. They always talk about what they want in a relationship, but rarely about what they bring to the table. Relationships are supposed to be about give and take, but too often it's only about their desires and needs. I guess this is what happens when the strong, independent woman narrative starts to expire. I think what this woman is expecting is the movie or book-type romance, a man with no flaws. If that's the case, you better wake up, lady. Those times are behind you.
The reason why a lot of people don't find their soulmate is because they think it's the person that checks off all the boxes on their list or that compliments them the way that they want to be complimented by a partner. But really, a soulmate is the person that shows you the unhealed parts of yourself that need love and work and supports you as you heal them. But because of how much work that requires, how much maturity that requires, a lot of people run away from it because they somehow think that love is supposed to be effortless and easy and stay that way forever without any work.
When you meet a true provider, you don't even have to ask him to provide. He already knows. He enjoys it. You know, it's not something that you need to request. It's just something that he's going to do because he wants you and he wants to win you over. So if you ever are in a situation where you feel like you're having to...
Are black women the only ones calling like dudes providers? I'm like trying to notice a pattern here. I mean, I'm hearing it, but I think I'm only noticing black women say provider. You know, you guys in the comments, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I'm only hearing black women take out man and replace it with provider. You know, they just took the word man out and it is the most disrespectful shit, man. These women are never going to get a man.
To ask a man to provide, it's because he doesn't, either he's not a true provider or he just doesn't actually want you. So I do want you ladies to keep that in mind.
The last thing a man should ever do is having to buy respect from his woman by being this so-called true provider. Providing comes in many forms, but these women only look at it from a financial aspect. Your woman should respect you no matter what the outcome is. What if you run out of money one day? Is she gonna stop respecting you?
Absolutely.
Or leave you? If a man isn't supporting his woman often, it's because she isn't reciprocating. These types of women sit around waiting to get everything handed to them, like it's their God-given right. Providing comes in many forms, not just money. And why should a man have to provide to win a woman over anyway? It doesn't make any sense. You're just buying a pretender at that point.
I got a match yesterday on Bumble, and so I was like, okay, he's cute. I'll text him. And so I messaged him and I said, I think you look like you have a great laugh. Really kind of a cute, fun compliment. And he messaged me back and said, you look like that if you fell out of your kayak, you wouldn't need a life jacket. I'm sorry, what?
Big back, big back. Big bag.
Dating in your 30s in this day and age is so hard. We do not have that many options. The options are scarce. The options are scary. All we have are the guys that like to lay up, the guys that like to lie, the guys that are controlling, the guys that want you to make all the dating decisions, the guys that want you to pursue
Why don't you
them,
stop dating
the
them?
guys that only want to have sex. We have the guys that want to date multiple people, like 5 to 10 girls at a time. We have the guys that want you to double text and triple text. We have the guys that are controlling. I don't know if I said that already. We have the guys that don't really want a relationship or want a relationship, want it with you but don't want it with you. We have the guys that can't make up their mind. We have the guys that are very frugal. We have the guys that are broke. We have the guys that like only Instagram girlies or the Instagram models. They don't really like the girls that are actually like real life people. They like the girls that already got their shit together, which is not really a problem because, you know, date who you want to date. But we all have to start somewhere. I'm not the best off, but I'm not the worst off. I'm actually really on my grind. But anyway, we have the guys that want you to have more than them.
Fuck up.
We have the guys that want to be taken care of. I could go on and on.
Yeah, you are.
We really don't have a good
Shut the fuck
dating
up.
pool.
Actually, I would have to disagree that women don't have many options. They just often don't see those options clearly. Women may feel like they're limited in who's available or that they're being overlooked. But the reality is that many potential partners are out there. The issue is that societal pressures and unrealistic standards can cloud their judgment, making them focus only on a specific type of man or the most visible options, often defined by superficial traits. Additionally, women may overlook great guys who might not fit the ideal image or who don't immediately stand out in a crowded room. It's also possible that they are holding out for someone who checks every box on their list, causing them to miss opportunities with men who could be great matches.
To the guy who told me that I should go to the grocery store to find a man, I think you might be onto something there because I was just at the grocery store and oh my gosh, the amount of super single.
Don't do that because right now I can't even do curbside. Do not run up on me in the grocery store. I don't even want to be up in there. I don't want to be up in there. So don't try to flirt with me or bat your eyes with nothing in no fucking grocery store, man. Especially anybody in Western North Carolina. Don't even do it. I don't even want to be up in there. You know what I mean? Don't even do it to yourself. You know what I mean? Look at somebody else. I'm telling you, I'm going to shoot you down in a rough way in a grocery store. I'm in there to get my groceries from my boy, and I'm getting out. I don't even want to be up in there.
Well, attractive men that were at this grocery store. Okay. I think you're definitely onto something there. I think the only thing that you were leaving out of the equation is the fact that none of the attractive men are in Idaho. And so
that's stalking, man. They got to chase us down in places that we have to go to eat and survive. They're starting to sound like them thirsty dudes back in the day that used to chase women everywhere. These females are starting to sound the same way. They didn't chase y'all, you know, out the gym. I work out at home. They didn't chase y'all out the gym. When I go for my walks now, I run into at least 2 or 3 female neighbors with little tight. When are they flirting with me? I think that they are. Yeah. I thought of my neighbors more. Yeah, man. Now I go outside, man. I run into them every time I go out there. At least one of them. You know what I'm saying? New neighbors I ain't never even seen before. And then they're taking over grocery stores. We gotta eat. Shit, we gotta eat. Man, y'all better have your list together, get in there and get out. If you're in there chopping it up, talking to some woman in the grocery store, bro, your priorities ain't right, man. Your priorities ain't right.
So I'm going to have to move to Colorado and go to the grocery store around 5 or 6 p.m. in Colorado.
Hey, what's good, Mike? What's going on, homie?
This is a bad idea. I might just start hanging out at the grocery stores like 5 to 6 p.m. for the rest of my vacation because, oh man, there were some really cute guys there.
I have a genuine question of what the hell is going
So,
on?
like I said, she's stalking. She's going to hang out to look to orbit or hoover some dude so that he'll say something to her first. Y'all do not do that, man. Don't give these women this kind of leeway. Make them approach you. Listen, if you're grocery shopping, you ain't looking for no stinking ass chick. Okay. So if she's in there looking for you, she should approach you. Now she might get shot down with somebody like me, you know what I'm saying? But you know, never know. But don't let these women hoover around you and then you strike up conversation. You're not even there for that. Don't do that, man. Make these women approach you, man. Make them approach you.
Like, I have friends who are absolute
Like button.
worldies.
That
And
thumbs up.
like they're going on dating apps. And guys are just like dating, like texting them, going on dates, and then like ghosting them. Like, I feel like this has been happening since COVID. I feel like there's an actual epidemic of like people just not being able to get into relationships. It's like they're pretty much just like looking for pen pals, and then
No, dummy. You just said it. They were interested, then they got the number, whatever, went on a date, and then found out you have no character, you're trash, you're covert narcissist. You didn't fed into the fembot narrative, and you think that we're supposed to from day one act like a husband to your dumb ass. So they realized that after meeting you and they're gone. Okay. You know how many women I've gotten their number, and not all of y'all. So if you're watching me, especially the most recent ones, I just been busy. You know, there's a hurricane going on. Just been busy. I'm not ghosting you. But you know how many women I've gotten their number and they tell me they're a witch. They tell me they study dark magic. They'll tell me they have like 4 kids or whatever. They'll tell me that it's like, man, I'm out. Yeah, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing to do with anything other than we're vetting you and we see that, you know, this is definitely not worth the squeeze. What am I doing here? And we don't waste our time anymore. There's no need to let you down easily or give you one of those, you know, kind of fade away text message streams, you know what I'm saying? Where you kind of like making them shorter and shorter, you know, and more less until you disappear. No, straight up ghost you. Straight up ghost you. You females are just using us. You don't even like us like that. You really don't. You don't even like us like that.
they're like ghosting people. But like these girls, I'm biased, but like a lot of my friends are hotties, and they have guys who are just like ghosting them. And like,
stop telling men what's hot. We're done with this stupid shit. We're done with the stupid shit. Stop telling us what's hot. We'll tell your dumb ass what's hot. Okay. If you think that your girlies are hot, you date them. You eat the cooch. You eat their ass. Okay. You do that. Stop telling us who's hot. Okay. Why are you trying to gaslight it? We know who's hot. We just, your attitude, you don't see the attitude of a woman. You just see her physical presentation. Okay. The attitude, it trumps anything physical. Her personality trumps anything physical, right? You're not trying to get coochie from her. So you're not looking at her the same way. Why don't you go ahead and get some coochie and see how it, you know what I'm saying, works out for you? I know you've seen a lesbian rates or whatever, right? Get up out of here. When they say that kind of stuff, they're gaslighting you to be like, hey, these women are gorgeous. Why are you dudes if you're straight? Why don't you want them? We've decided they're not qualified, dumbass. That's it. Done.
they're like 2s out of 10 and they're ghosting like 10 out of 10. But like, I feel like this is happening all the world over. People are just like out here looking for pen pals and like not able to commit, or I don't know what's going on, but why is this? Like, genuinely, I'm hearing it so often and I'm just like trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Anybody know?
This is it. We don't have anything to offer each other. There is no way to move forward in a relationship these days. Just remember, guys realize that you women aren't worth it anymore. Thanks to TikTok, we've seen what women really think about men. Your friends without makeup is probably a 4 or 5. Find a bear, ladies. Hot isn't marriage material. It's what is in the inside that counts. I was married 15 years, and she had an affair. She gained in the divorce and I lost. So how is that fair? That's why I'm out. Plenty of men experience what you're describing. What you're relaying could be symptomatic of women having high expectations and men just not wanting to play that game. I say this all the time, but being a hot woman doesn't mean anything when it comes to marriage or building a life together. Looks might grab attention initially, but they don't sustain a relationship. These women only rely on their appearance, forgetting that a lasting partnership requires much more. That being said, there's an epidemic happening, the epidemic of men waking up and realizing that dating isn't worth it anymore. Men are starting to see that the effort they put in often doesn't match the return, especially when the focus is only on superficial qualities like looks. If a man is ghosting, it's probably because he saw some red flags that made him feel like the relationship wasn't worth pursuing. While I don't agree with ghosting, it's likely the reason why many men are doing it. They're avoiding drama or complications before they even start. A lot of men are tired of being expected to prove themselves constantly.
Brother, I'm glad you asked, man. I appreciate that. I'm over here in the Asheville area. I'm about 25 minutes from Asheville. And I want to be real with you, man. Can I be real with y'all? I don't know if you can tell, but it's wearing me out, man. It's wearing me out. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm normally Mr. Full of energy, but with all the stuff I got going on, it's wearing me out. It's not even like all the other stuff I got going on. I have a ton of stuff, man. It's the like I had to go get food today. It took me 2 hours. It took me 2 hours to get food. And the town I'm getting food is 8 miles away. 8 miles away, because they're doing power line repair during the middle of the day, and they have almost a mile of traffic built up for no reason. They do no work at night. You know, I guess this might not be the safest. They can get some lights out there, whatever. Or early in the AM, they were doing power line repair in the afternoon when everybody's getting off work. We just got our phones and our internet back up Friday afternoon. Kids aren't going back to school until the 14th. Like another mini summer vacation. So, you know, things are not ideal for me to get things done of the basics. So it's taking me longer to get stuff done that normally would take me a little bit of no time to get done. So it's slowing down my content creation, which is slowing down my creative side of me, which ends up building up anxiety when you're not doing things that you know that you should be doing. So that's why I got to take time to meditate. That's why I went off on that podcast earlier. I just haven't really had the chance to diffuse, man, because with the power going in and out, you know, or the internet going in and out, you start developing a little bit of PTSD. Like, is it going to be up today? Is it going to be, can I get used to it? You know? And then they're talking about another storm coming through, and, you know, that storm was not natural. You don't need to seed clouds when there's a storm, you know, coming or here. I was here. I seen the drones. It doesn't make any sense. So what I'm doing is knowing that they did that, not knowing what they did it for. Was it a test round? We had a full blackout, man. Now, all these conspiracy theory people have been talking about it. We had a full blackout. We had a storm come through that washed away towns. We're in high elevation. It shouldn't even been able to come out here. They want you to know you ain't safe nowhere. It will come all the way inland. They will seed it. It's the bigger picture to me is what was the purpose? Now I'm starting to hear some stuff about the mines out here, lithium, stuff like that. And I know that's true because the number one mine in North Carolina is less than 5 miles away from my house. The number one mine in North Carolina. So there's always something else going on, but that's the scariest part. Like, you know what I mean? But some of y'all think it was natural. All right, cool.
Only to end up feeling used or undervalued. So rather than waste time or energy on someone who shows signs of trouble, they just walk away.
It's such a sad day when the guy who always has a flames emoji for you, who always has a little heart
Facts.
on your grid post type of thing, who always has a when we hanging, you know, for you. When that guy gets a girlfriend, you're always kind of like, oh, thought you were gonna pine.
The recovery efforts seem like they're dragging their feet. I don't want to get flagged. I'm trying to watch what I say. They flagged my video last time for talking too much, and they banned me on TikTok for a week for speaking about the recovery efforts. I'm gonna say this: it's subpar. I know a lot of y'all like, oh, it's North Carolina. That's the way. I don't know, man. I don't know. It just seems like they're just not. I'm gonna put some videos up. I've seen some guys talking about they're turning away certain trucks of care packages and stuff that we need, essentials. They're like turning stuff away. And then when this lady was talking about $750, you already know like what? When y'all doing what over? Something ain't right, man. Something ain't right. It seemed like a warning shot for everybody to me. You ain't safe nowhere in this country. You can get a blackout anytime, and we can wash away towns. You know what I mean? It's just getting wilder and wilder as the election gets closer and closer. So I you know, me being intuitive like I am, all I can say is my spidey sense is going off. If it wasn't for my son leg needing to recover, I'd already be in Thailand, man. I'm not even playing. Wouldn't be here. Yeah, I don't feel safe in this area, man. You know, North Carolina, especially in the elevation, used to be pretty safe. I don't feel safe out here. I don't like the way they're repairing things. I don't like the way they're going about doing it. They seem like they don't know what they're doing. You know, it seemed like there really wasn't no. I don't want to say too much, man. They love flagging stuff. They don't want us getting out here and telling you guys what's going on. You see, I'm not dropping any videos yet about they flagging everything I mentioned about North Carolina. So I just have to be really careful. They really don't want people in North Carolina talking about what's going on here. But if you notice how I normally am, you know, pretty bright, on top of things, always, you know what I'm saying, full of energy, it's wearing me out. It's wearing me out. And I'm a person full of energy. It's wearing me out. I'm sleeping like 7-8 hours. I don't never sleep that long, man. I'm getting worn out. I gotta sleep that long now. It's just like it's the dragging it out. It's the inconvenience of everything. It's seeing things the way it is. It's a mental thing. So I have to mentally prepare myself every day and then get back on here and try not to think about, once I get off of here, the way things look around me. You know what I mean? It's a mental thing, but I'm determined not to let this beat me, man. Like, I'm not letting nothing beat me, slow me down, stop me. I'm determined. So I might not get on here sounding the best, but I'm gonna get on here every day. I'm gonna get on here as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna continue to do my job, and I'm not gonna let what's going on around me, how everybody's getting kind of depressed and worn out, and they feel alone and forgotten, and they don't know where some of their family members are at, and all these people that passed away, and they're still air vacuuming people out of here. So, you know, it's a lot going on. You know, that's why I haven't been going outside. You just hear helicopters out there. You can't even really hear me talking. So I'm just, you know, I'm just making do. And I'm just making do. But what I'm not going to do is whine about it. I was just thinking about it today. Man, I mean, again, another great opportunity to see what I'm made of and just, you know, understand the process, and, you know, not let myself think that things happen for a reason, and things out of my control I need not worry about. So I'm just keeping that mentality and just focusing on what I can't control, really.
Over me forever? Thought we loved our little cheeky.
This is what happens when a man showers a woman with attention that she hasn't earned. That kind of attention should be reserved for a woman who genuinely values it and will reciprocate. When a man gives his time, effort, and energy to someone who isn't invested, it only inflates her sense of entitlement without any real appreciation or effort in return. And then, when that man finally moves on, it hits her hard because she was so used to the undeserved attention. Suddenly, she's faced with the reality that she lost something she didn't appreciate. It's important for men to put themselves first and invest in women who bring equal effort to the table. Don't waste your energy on someone who only takes and never gives.
It's like lately, y'all, like all the men that I'm trying to talk to, they be like, oh, you're just too confident for me. Too confident? I'm so confused. I thought
Do not project that onto all of us. We don't know what Pookie, Chads, or Tyrones you go after. That's not even something that a regular, strong-minded man would say. You're going after bitch-ass males, and you're getting on here complaining about it and projecting it outwardly like all men are doing this. And then you're babbling off into a whole rant about it. The shit is getting old, dummy. Pick better. Pick better.
men wanted a confident woman. Oh, you got too many men. You talking about the men that's in my comments? Like, that's liking my pictures? Huh?
They be
Come to
making
my
half the
phone.
stuff
Look at
up.
my phone. I'm not talking to nobody.
They make up half the stuff. No one's asking her that. They make up half the stuff. You know how they get on here and tell you what you think and tell you what men should do? This is part of it. They make up half the shit. They assume what men are thinking and then get on here and lie to your face and make up a scenario. I'm telling you, dude.
I'm single. Okay, I'm trying to talk to you. The hell? Oh, you're way out my league. Wow. Okay. Okay.
Nobody talks like that.
I don't know. It's been kind of hard for me lately, and I'm just like, okay, that's cool. Like, I guess I'm about to be on this single train, and which is fine because being single, it's okay. Like, being single is not even a bad thing for me. Like, I get the love from my child every single day.
Single mother.
So,
Single mother.
Yeah, I really doubt any man actually said these
My
things
man.
to her. I get the feeling some of these women say these things to boost their own ego, creating a narrative where they believe men are intimidated by their
I have
confidence.
not watched this yet. I have not watched this all the way through, y'all. I'm telling you, man. Dudes are all getting on board, man. We're starting to see the BS. Like, this don't even make any sense. Nothing that this fool with her goofy ass red wig and her doggone nose ring and big hoop earrings makes any sense. Dudes are just telling you that for what reason? Like, he's talking to you and he's just so timid, like, oh, you're out of my league. What? Every dude tries to get a woman he thinks out of his league. What are you talking about?
In reality, it's not about confidence. Most men actually appreciate a confident woman. What men don't want is arrogance or entitlement disguised as confidence. There's a big difference between being self-assured and being someone who acts like they're above others. Confidence is attractive when it comes with humility, self-awareness, and respect for others. But when women use confidence as a shield to justify unrealistic standards or to push people away, it turns into an issue. A truly confident woman doesn't need to constantly validate herself by believing that men are somehow threatened by her.
Controversial things that men, you should not be okay with your girlfriend doing. And if she does any of these, then you need to go ahead and dump her and move on with your life because that's just bad energy. Number 1, dressing up better to go out with her girlfriends versus how she dresses when she goes on a date night with you. If this is the case and she's going out of her way to dress up like a Victoria's Secret model when she goes out, then I hate to break it to you, she's completely over you.
Common sense.
And don't let her hit you with the excuse that, oh, it's just with the girls, I dress up for my girls. No, you do not dress up that good just for the girls when you have a whole man right next to you. So sorry. You just better pray that there's no ballers in the club because I promise you their pockets are full grown and they're going to steal your girl. Number 2 is her keeping in constant contact with her ex-boyfriend or ex-boyfriends. Men, if you're doing her right and treating her like an absolute princess, she has absolutely no desire to reach out to the men of her past at all. And I promise I do not care whatever excuse she comes up with. There is no reason that you should be tolerating that type of disrespect, and it should be mutual. And if it's a fairly new relationship, then I hate to break it to you, you're just the placeholder and she's going to go running back to him as soon as she gets the chance.
I actually kind of approve this message. Compared to the other messages she be posting for women about getting a man's money.
How you can tell if a man really has money.
Same
Yeah,
woman.
You get the
Same
point.
woman.
But overall, If your woman is out there dressing up better to go out with her friends than she does when she's with you, it's a clear sign something's off. It's likely she's seeking attention elsewhere, and she may even be seeing someone else. A woman who values her relationship will want to put in the same effort, if not more, when she's with her partner. If she's only getting dolled up for nights out with her friends, but doesn't seem to care how she looks when she's with you, it's a sign that you're not her priority. It's a sign that you should walk away.
Okay, so whenever I get like railed, like good, like get down, I'm like not mentally ill for like at least a week after. And I'm just like, actually, I think this is how I'm going to start managing my mental health, you know? And I'm like, Lindsay, like medication, meditation, therapy. Just make sure you are getting down at least once, preferably twice a week.
You need help.
The modern woman, ladies and gentlemen. There she is in all her glory. Leftovers as fuck. Anyway, y'all, man, smash that like button. Go ahead and share the live stream. I didn't cuss that much, man. Bear with me. You know what I mean? I am in Asheville, North Carolina. It looks like destitute out here, man. You know what I'm saying? This place looks like doggone Iraq, man. It looks bombed out and depleted. It's just, you know, bear with me, man. I'm doing what I got to do, but smash that like button, share the video. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, y'all. You know you want to. Join the tribe, drop a comment, time stamp it if you want to, so you can get a better response. I respond to everybody, you know, unless you're trolling. And then if it's a good troll, I might, you know what I'm saying, cook your ass real quick. All right? Love and light. I'm your brother, and I'm out.
In this game, you gotta have that dog in you.
Made in America.